Right then, ladies and gents. Oh, this is such great news. In a world of garbage news, it's great to have something positive. I've really been enjoying Invincible. I really have. So to hear it be renewed for 2 more seasons is epic. Now, let's get into this as a piece of news. And then I want to discuss basically adult content moving forwards. Adult, mature cartoon content, whatever you want to call it. Because interestingly enough, this came hot on the heels of none other than Castlevania getting its last season trailer. So I don't think it's a coincidence. I think that there's definitely a shift and a move for more mature based animation. And I think that's great. So here you go. Here's the news. We get this tweet. Twitter, announce season 2, you cowards. Invincible HQ. How about seasons 2 and 3? Yeah, that's right. Absolutely confirmed. Absolutely confirmed. Done. And then we get these quotes here. So this article states that the season finale of Invincible arrives on Amazon Prime Video tomorrow, today, which I'm about to watch and I can't wait for. And the streaming service just dropped a bombshell announcement we're sure many of you will be pleased about. The adult animated series has been renewed for not 1 but 2 more seasons. This is very good news, especially as the story has only just really started to kick into high gear, and should those additional episodes attract a big enough audience, we're sure to get even more seasons in the years to come. And I think this is a relatively low budget animation for them anyway, so I don't really see why not. But it's great. Now, here we get the quote from the comic book co-creator and executive producer Robert Kirkman. He says, "I'm extremely thankful to Amazon for the support and dedication they've put behind Invincible. The comic book is truly a love letter to a genre that Corey Walker and I grew up reading and loving. It's been a gratifying journey to watch our characters come to life again through the animated series. We're beyond excited to watch this story for at least 2 more seasons. Invincible is a crowning example of how a fresh and edgy approach to the superhero genre can resonate with audiences around the globe, and we're so glad that Invincible, one of our earliest investments in the adult animation genre, has accomplished just that." And that's from Vernon Sanders, the co-head of television at Amazon Studios. And he states further that Robert's no-holds-barred storytelling coupled with a first-class voice cast delivered on fans' wildest expectations, and we're thrilled to be giving them more Invincible. Now, that is such great news. It's such a good series so far. And I find these comments to be very, very interesting, right? So they state, this is the head of television animation, Amazon Studios. He says, "Invincible is the crowning example of how a fresh and edgy approach to the superhero genre can resonate with audiences." Now, it is it's pretty fresh. But what it shows to me anyway is that it doesn't have to be dark and dour and sad. You know? It doesn't have to be... They use the word edgy. I wouldn't say that Invincible is edgy. Not in any way, shape or form. It's not edgy at all. Like, it's not edgy in the terms of like, oh, it's sort of like an edgelord. That sort of nonsense right there. It's not that. But I think that they're onto something. You know, Invincible is a great example of how you can take the superhero genre, or just animation in general, right? And that's what it is. It's animation. Take animation and give it to adults, you know? Give it to adults of today now. Because loads of people grew up with animation and they love it. But it's not tailored to them anymore. And then something like this comes along and you just go, God damn, this is good. God damn, this is good. And I think I think Japan has nailed this for a really long time. They've been doing animation for adults, mature animation, for a really, really long time. And they've nailed it. Like, they have absolutely nailed it. And now we're finally catching up to it. Again, you can see on the sidebar here, you know, Castlevania gets official trailer and release date for Season 4. Their final season, the final season of Castlevania is happening just when mature animation is kicking off really into high gear. And I think, like I said, Invincible is a great example of this. It's a great example of how, and realistically, what streaming platforms, studios, just any channel basically is missing out on. Too often you think of, oh yeah, comic books for adults, and then people go, yeah, DC. And it's like, no, because that's just dark and dour. And yes, that is absolutely tailored to adults, and adults like it. You know, Of course they do. Of course they like it. But on the flip side to that, as an example, you then have Deadpool. Right? Deadpool is a great example of a mature superhero character, given to us in that sort of mature format. It doesn't have to be dark and dour. It can be laughy and jokey, but yet serious at times as well. And that's what I think now, hopefully, or at least it seems Amazon Studios is getting it anyway, that we will potentially see a rise of. Potentially. At the very least, Amazon Studios is getting it. And I think hopefully now some other companies will get it as well. And they'll sort of move into higher gear with it all. So there you go. Look, the news is quite simple. That Invincible has got 2 new seasons, which was to be expected. It's been highly successful. People who have read the comic books have told me that they've barely begun on the story. Barely started. They're barely scratching the surface. So of course they needed more seasons to flesh that out. More seasons that I absolutely cannot wait for. But yeah, 2 more seasons. That's the news. But the real headliner behind it is that mature animation, again my sort of hot prediction anyway, mature animation is on the rise. And I think finally companies are getting it. For adults it doesn't have to be just dark, dour and sad. It can be light-hearted, funny, jokey, bloody and gory with mature themes. You can still have that sense of humour that comic book characters normally have, but just cater it to adults. And I'm really surprised that they didn't get this from the likes of Deadpool. Deadpool had this. It was fantastic. And Castlevania is a great example of it as well. They do have some of the quips in there, I guess you could say, is a little bit childish here and there, but for the most part, it's bang in line with what I've been saying. It's very, very good. I like Castlevania a lot. So it's a shame that Castlevania is bowing out last season. And, we won't be getting any more of that. Although I think that there was there some slight rumours of Castlevania spin-off stories or something along those lines. But yeah, mature animation. Give us more of that. I think people would appreciate it. So let me know what you think of this down below. Have you been watching Invincible? What do you think of it? I have not watched the final episode yet, so please no spoilers and no spoilers for anyone else. The season finale is amping up to be quite something, which I cannot wait for. In fact, I'm about to go and watch it immediately after I finish this video. So let me know what you think down below. Let me know what you think of mature animation. And if you've got any other recommendations for myself or anyone else that's watching this video, please do leave it down below in the comment section. If you are new here, please do hit subscribe. Thank you all so much for watching. Take care.